how is everyone today? So we are going to keep playing Dark Knights. Somehow the visual novel stream ended up bumping with Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's. And yeah, just like the title says, we are going after today boys, especially Kurato, because yeah, it was randomly and just happened, so without further ado, let's just switch and go. Okay, so like before, let's just check the gallery. We got this. No, compared to before. I wanted to check something on the eyes. No, his eyes are the same, ours are the ones. Yeah. But I think everything else is still the same, yeah. And here we also got this image as a new one. No cutscenes. If it's this one. Yeah. This is the oldest. Why? Huh. I will just overwrite one of them. Yes, probably. The hallway is more crowded than usual. It looks like the entire school is gathered in front of my class. I try to push my way through the crowd, but to my annoyance, nobody will let me through. It is like trying to pass through a wall. I notice Leoj approaching. He must know more about this uproar since he is the student council. Hey Leoj, what's going on? These dorks are completely blocking the doorway. We got to transfer students. I guess everyone wants to see them. Ah, we haven't had any new students in ages. And there's two? That seems interesting. He shrugs as if nothing is exciting about it. When the teacher heads our way, everyone goes to their own classes. I can finally access the classroom. The new faces immediately grab my attention. They are standing near the front. The lower half of their faces are bandaged, which is pretty unusual. A strange appearance are probably why they attracted so much attention. Matching scars? Huh? Hello everyone, we have two new students joining us today. The redhead gives us a friendly wave before introducing himself. Hey guys, my name's Chase, and that's my brother, Blaze. You've probably already figured out that we're twins. We've moved from a far big city for personal reasons. We hope to have a good time here. During the introduction, Blaze stands there in silence. He does not even make eye contact with us. The class looks at him, expecting him to say something, but Chase takes over instead. Once Chase is finished, the class starts bombarding them with questions in their excitement. Who's the older twin? Blaze. He's a perfect grumpy older brother, isn't he? The difference was about 5 minutes during birth because Blaze was very impatient, hehe. Are you single? My, that's bold. But we're both single right now. Who knows how things will turn out? Oh. So mysterious. What are the bandages for? Well, that's because it's none of your business. Blaze snaps and pins the guy with a threatening glare. Everyone else falls silent in the tense atmosphere, all eyes on the brothers. The brother keeps glaring at the boy. At the guy, his gaze full of hatred. Jace chuckles to break the ice and moves in front of his older brother. His brother. We got a permanent disease, but don't worry, it only affects us. It's not a pretty sight, so we try to cover it. And no, we're not going to show you. I see. Jace's friendliness diffuses the situation, and the class shortly moves past Blaze's outburst. I glance over at them in curiosity throughout the lesson. Each has a unique personality, yet they have the same strange aura. Perhaps I'm jumping to conclusions, but I get the feeling they're going to be trouble. Well, I hope they find themselves fitting into this class. As I'm about to take a nap, I feel a slight chill. Someone is watching me. Cold blue eyes are staring in my direction. Feels like Blaze is trying to read my mind. Shivers run down my spine and I turn away from him. He wasn't looking at me, was he? So far, he's been avoiding eye contact with everyone. Chill down, Diviana. Perhaps he is staring at someone behind me. Come lunchtime, the cafeteria is even louder than usual. A crowd has gathered around the new students, with half the school trying to get a look at them, or ask questions.
Why are you...
Oh my god, wait a minute.
Why are you sitting here all alone?
I can't find Leoji and everyone else is, well, occupied.
Are you jealous of the twins?
What? Oh, of course not. I'm just waiting till after school to go buy bandage so I can look just like the cool kids. She chuckles at my sarcasm.
What do you think of them?
I don't know. I don't know them well enough to judge.
I was talking about their looks, silly.
They look like mummies? I'm joking. Their faces are covered, Ikoya. There is not much to judge.
Oh, you're so cold.
I shrug in response.
By the way, have you decided who your partner will be for the ball?
Not yet. I don't even know if I'm planning to go.
I know you're a fan of those kind of events. It only happens once a year. Don't miss this chance. Just make sure you don't end up going alone. That would be so embarrassing because of the couple rule.
There is such a rule? Oh boy. What about you, Ikuya?
My brother would take my deserts for a month if I went with anyone other than him. If I could, I'd gladly pair up with you. I think Leoji is still available though.
I see.
Unless there's someone else you're thinking about going with.
She got me, but I don't want to admit it. I don't even know if Kurato has time for such events. Besides, it is even appropriate to ask a guard for a date? Well, I can always bring him as my bodyguard. Are you girls talking about some kind of party? Startled, I turn around to see Chase bend over me with an amused expression. I pull back once I see his face. How long have you been standing there? Just a short while, relax. Don't creep up on people like that. So you're talking about an Halloween party or something? I make a good mummy, don't you think? I can hear the amusement in his voice. He seems fine with joking about to himself. With half of his face covered, I cannot read his expression well. I wonder if he is offended by my mention about bandage.
Oh, you haven't heard? The school's holding a masquerade ball. But you have to have a partner.
This won't be a problem. I always have my brother with me. Though, I wouldn't mind taking either of you to the party. His expression is difficult to read, so I cannot tell if he's joking or flirting. His eyes crinkle as if he was smiling. Before either of us reply, he waves at us before going back to his seat.
He sure is something.
What, fallen for him already?
It's still too early. I do want to get to know him better, though.
Go for it. Ditch your brother, he'll be fine.
I'll feel guilty if I do that, though. I've been pressuring him to go, and he doesn't have any friends to go with.
But he deserves to have a good time too.
Maybe I'm going to try convince him again and find a date for him.
Good luck, Ikoya. After class, Ryoji asks me to bring a few papers to the student council room. He has been running everywhere all day to prepare for the masquerade ball, so I thought I would do him a favor and help with the remaining tasks. I end up carrying an entire pile, which is a little too heavy for me. This task is so grilling. Didn't he say it was only just a few papers? I'll need to finish this faster. I wonder where Ikuya ran off to. At least all ways are empty now. It would be troublesome to bump into someone and drop this. When I turn the corner, I see Kaishi against the wall, at the other end of the hallway, as if in hiding. While approaching him, I greet him cheerfully. Kaishi! He glances at me for a second, but does not reply. Hey Kaishi, I'm talking to you. Shut up, Miss Bored Face. Like you're any better, you midget. With a piercing glare, he dashes toward me and pushes a small hand against my mouth. Startled, I almost drop the papers, but his other hand quickly supports the bottom of the pile. He shakes his head, then slightly tilts it in the direction of the edge of the wall. I quickly nod, and he lets me go. I follow Kashi to his original position. There are voices coming from the other side. Both of us stay still as we listen. What's the point of attending school anyway? It is damn boring. Come on, don't you think it's fun to hang out around people our age? Oh, it's Bliss and Jace. What are they discussing? Jace, we aren't. It's good to socialize once in a while. Do what you want, but don't get carried away. Just focus on the job. Fine. By the way, have you found our next target? Yeah, it's that girl with purple glasses. There can't be just one. Who else? That would be too conspicuous. Soon they'll suspect something is up. I think the guy sitting in front of you in class will do. What was he called again? Maybe I should start memorizing names. We are only here temporarily. It'd be a waste of time. Anyway, take care of that one. I'm not cleaning up after you. What are the two of them up to? I move closer, straining my ears, but suddenly the pile starts to slip from my arms. Ah, no. I am attempted to keep them together. I stumble forward, causing some sheets of paper to fall away. Anyway, my cover blown, the twins see me and walk in my direction. In a panic, I look back, but Kaishi is already gone. That prats. What are you doing here? I thought everyone already left. Me? Just taking this paper to the student council room. Ah, let me help with that. Jace bends down to pick up the papers that fell on the ground. Bliss stands there with his arms crossed, looking at me with narrowed eyes. His cold gaze makes me nervous, but I try to keep my acts together. Pretend to just walk by Divian. Did you hear? Hear what? Don't play dumb. You obviously heard our conversation. I didn't. Blaze moves closer to intimidate me. Unless you want some serious trouble, keep out of our business. Then, here you go. Ah, thanks. Jace moves in front of his brother, putting the papers he picked up on top of the pile. Hey, how about I carry those for you? For a living. He starts dragging his brother away. Jace looks back at me as if he wants to apologize. After they leave, I shake my head. It sounded like they were plotting something with the students, but I only heard. But I only heard off of their conversation, so I'm not sure. I'm not too sure. There is definitely something suspicious about those two. I should talk about it with Kurata later. Hey, I'm home. When I get home, the sight of Kurato and Shane in the living room makes me pause. What are you two doing? Both are already turned in my direction as I walk in. Kurato meets my glare with a guilty smile while Shane stares, his expression as hard to read as ever. You said you're allowed to invite friends over while I'm away. I know, but it's an emergency. I look over at Shane, who does not react. If Kurato was not here, I would have kicked him out. Since I'm here, can you tell me what happened? You don't mind, right, Shane? Shane crosses his arms and averts his eyes. Kurato takes that he does not mind. I take a seat beside Kurato and wait for them to start talking. Shane's client got killed by someone while he was on another case. There's been another murder. Apparently, he wasn't working alone. Or maybe he had two unrelated killing sprees going on. That just happened to use the same methodology. We're missing too many details to say for certain. It's hard to keep up with just the two of us. So you're asking me for help? No, we're saying you might die. Oh wait, I have a message. Shane, we're supposed to make her feel safe, not scare her. It's pointless to hide it from her. There aren't enough guards to keep every villager safe, and she should know that she can't be watched all the time. Tell me if there is something I can do. Anything besides sitting here and waiting until something happens. I'd rather call my colleagues. At least they wouldn't be a burden, even if they have no experience with such events. Such events? We're dealing with supernatural beings. I knew it right from the first case. I think Shane's right. With a situation like this, you shouldn't get yourself involved. Come on, please. They both shake their head in disapproval. It frustrates me to hear them repeatedly refuse my help. I give Kurato a dry look. I thought he would agree with me. An idea forms in my head. Right, Shane does not know about Kurato's secret. I can totally use it to blackmail him. Partners have many qualities, like being trustworthy. Would you say you two trust each other? I smile and notice Kurato's eyebrows twitching. We've known each other since our childhood. We can definitely rely on each other. Only because we're colleagues. Then Shane, did you know something happened to... Shane, maybe we should let her help. She's been whining about it since we met. I'm sure we can find something to do for her to do. Shane shoots Karato a confused look. Whatever, she's not my responsibility. If you want to risk both your lives, go right ahead. I don't care about those who jump into their own graves. We're not going to die. Thank you for the fortune telling, but we can handle ourselves just fine, right? I nudge Karato with my elbow, and he meekly murmurs in agreement, and does not bother to reply. Finally, we continue to discuss how we should handle the situation. Remember what happened in school with Blaze and Jace earlier, so I threw the topic in. Shane does not take me seriously, but Karato goes quiet, considering the idea. Eventually, he agrees to keep an eye on them just in case, while Shane continues looking into the rest of the suspects on his list. The meeting does not last long before Shane has to go back to work. As soon as the door closes, Karato groans, thumping against the couch before turning to glare at me. Diana, did you really need to scare me like that? I didn't know how else to convince you. Why were you worried he would actually believe me? You could have easily avoided the topic. I didn't think of that. Anyway, I know I said I would protect you, but because of what's happened, they're spreading out the security team. You won't see me here as often. That is obvious. You can't be next to me all day. Still, it feels like I failed again. I gently pat Karato on his shoulder and let out my side. It is not like him to act so negative. Hey, how about you teach me some self-defense? I don't want to be a dead weight. Oh, that's a good idea. I can teach you some of the simpler stuff. Come here. We spend the rest of the day with Karato teaching me self-defense moves. Throughout the lesson, he emphasized that I should avoid confrontations as best as I can, explaining how I can use what he is teaching me to distract the attacker and buy time to escape or get help. Karato is surprisingly knowledgeable about this. This professional side of him almost makes me forget his typical laid-back character. At the end of our short session, I promised Karato that I will continue to practice while he is out working. I managed to get the basics down. Tonight, Karato is more cautious than usual. He sits close to me like a guard dog. I decide to strike up a conversation to break the silence. Out of curiosity, can you transform whenever you want? Are you suggesting something? Not really, I just remember seeing you around the house a few times. You sure are reckless with your secrets. To be honest, I don't really have control over it, and it has gotten more out of hand these past few weeks. I practice a lot, but sometimes it happens randomly. Sorry if I scared you. You're anything but scary. I'm sorry I tried to use it against you earlier. It's okay. I told you because I trust you. Please, don't let anyone else find out, especially Shane. Do you really think it'd kill you? Absolutely. You want to get rid of all the supernatural beings, regardless who they are. I was there when he found out his cousin was a vampire. He killed her without a second thought. I don't think he'd spare me either. Why hang around him if it's that risky? Keep your enemies closer or something like that. Besides, only the two of us have experience in supernatural hunts, and I can't do it alone. You haven't explained me why you are hunting them. The reason is... It's hard to explain, Vivian. To be honest, I'm a little confused with myself. I've taken so many lives. It doesn't feel like anything now. I tell myself it had to be done, and I don't regret what I did, but thinking about what I do makes me question myself even more. I realize that no person or action is inherently good or evil. In the end, it all comes down to the choices we make. If I turned out to be a demon, would you kill me too? Don't be ridiculous. You're the only person keeping me sane. I'd rather stay by your side like this than live alone without a curse. It might sound cheesy, but you're really important to me. He looks way shyly, and I can vaguely make out his flushy cheeks. Hearing those words coming from him makes me feel warm. He has been caring for me since we met, and more than a normal guard should. Perhaps it has something to do with our past. You mentioned once that we have met before, but I wonder why. I still cannot remember. After the weekend, today Karata decides to come with me to school. He wants to see the transfer students with his own eyes. The twins arrive to class late, and I notice one of my classmates, a girl who wears purple glasses, is absent today. Could it be a coincidence, or did something happen to her?
Hey, Diana, is something wrong?
What? No, what makes you think that?
You've been staring at the twins all day, and haven't caught you sleeping once.
It's nothing.
Really? You sure you're not crashing on them?
Of course not. I already told you yesterday, I barely know them. Not to mention, they might have murdered one of our classmates.
So you say? Well then, which one seems the most interesting to you?
Hmm. Hmm. I think neither would be the right choice. Both I already did before. So I like. We have more interactions with boys than Chase, so this feels like the right choice. Like neither of them. Yeah, we are not interested in either of them. We are interested in Kratel. Blaze maybe? Oh, hell no. Okay, Jace then. Jace, oh my god, my voice. I need bathroom. Mm. I've been really struggling doing the quiz voice, and I can feel it now. Jace maybe? Chase, I think.
Oh, I didn't know you were into those types.
Girl, stop teasing me, Kuya. Let's talk about you. What are you up to lately? You've been leaving early lately.
I'm making illustrations for the ball. We already mentioned that they were short on voluntaries, and I'd be so disappointed if they had to postpone or cancel the event because we couldn't finish everything by Saturday.
I see. That's nice of you.
If you have nothing else to do, you're free to join me.
Sorry, I'm a bit busy right at the moment. I'll help you out when I have time. Actually, do I have time after school? But I was planning to help Karato with the murder cases. Oh my god, my voice. How can girls do a woo voice for like an entire 3 hours, 4 hours stream? How? I feel bad for hiding this from Ikuya, but knowing her, she would tell me it is too dangerous and try to stop me. During the lunch break, I met up with Kurato. Everyone is looking at me. We should be used to it. Everyone from the elite class is popular. No, it's because of this ridiculous outfit. I look like your butler. Oh, you actually care about your appearance. Of course, I'm fashionable. I don't think you know what that means. Kurato clears his throat and changes the topic. Any news about the transfer students? The girl they mentioned last week didn't show up to class. It could just be a coincidence, but I doubt it. Where are they now? I don't know. I didn't see where they went. Seems like we'll have to wait until classes end. I wonder if Kurato plans to confront them. There is no way I can ask the twins directly, especially after Blaze's threat the other day. Oh my god. After class, Kurato waits for me outside. It seems he finished early. I couldn't notice him looking and asked me about it. I introduced Kurato to her as my friend.
I didn't know you hang around people from the elite class.
I get a little flustered as she looks at me with a mischievous grin. She takes my arm and pulls me closer before whispering.
Is he really just your friend?
What are you implying?
You guys seem close.
You're reading too much into this.
I see. If you ever need help, I'm here for you.
She winks to me before leaving us alone. Were you two talking about me? Just some private stuff, nothing you need to worry about. Anyway, Kurato, look there. Those are transfer students I was talking about. I discreetly gestured to Blaze and Jace, who have just left the classroom. Kurato observes them as they pass by. He judges them with thought. His lips form a small O, though I do not understand what that implies. After the twins are out of sight, Kurato sighs and crosses his arms. Yeah, there's definitely something strange about those two. I'm not sure how to explain, but something about them doesn't feel right. I thought the same, but there's no proof they've done anything wrong. Hi Solid, how are you? And you can't tell me what to do. This is the guy that I'm doing the route for. You can't tell me not to marry him. He's a detective! He's a detective! Oh my god. He's an investigator from the police. He lives with us. He literally lives in the same house with us. And his family is friends with ours. Don't worry, we'll figure them out soon enough. No. It's our house. We told him we want to keep it clean, so no, he does not do that. They can't hide their true intentions forever. Aren't you going after them? There's no need. I have a plan. Smiling confidently, he gives me a thumbs up. I'll assume he knows what he's talking about then. If you can, keep a close eye on them for a while. I don't think he's able to cook eggs or make a toast, but he did cook us a dish like with fish that when we tried, we said that it was actually good, but because it looked so weird, we were like, don't tell me what you put in this. So yeah, he can't cook, but that's fine, we can cook for us. We don't need him. You're just saying that because I'm playing a different game that doesn't have a character that is your type. Yeah, we don't need him to cook. He's going to waste all my ingredients. Also, you are missing a letter in that name. I don't know if it's a good idea to follow them. Last time I got almost caught. Wait, I know someone who might be good at spying. Huh? You want me to stalk someone? Well, nobody wouldn't notice you because you're so small. I mean, good at these things. I'm terrible at tracking people. You're good at researching background information though. You've seen them, haven't you? They might be up to something, and this is just a precautionary drastic measure. I'm not interested in them. Have fun by yourself. So, that wasn't you in the hallway last week then? I guess I must have imagined it considering how quickly it disappeared. Kashi sighs and lowers the book he's reading. He glances at me and thinks for a moment before speaking. I just wanted to confirm something about a new student. It's a personal thing and none of your concern. I don't care what you do, but just be careful. You might bring disasters upon yourself. This child is actually our senior, and you might, if you stick around, you might be surprised. The conversation ends there, so I leave him alone. I don't need Kaishi's help, I can follow them myself. I'm not shaken by his words, but he's right, I have to go about this carefully. No. The twins are absent the next day. I walk around the village after classes, but I cannot even catch a glimpse of them. Of course, they skipped class as soon as we come up with a plan. It's okay, we have more chances. The day after that, only Blaze, the gloomier of the two, shows up. Without Chase around to brighten this atmosphere, nobody approached him. He looks lonely sitting by himself. During lunch break, he leaves the classroom and I take the chance to follow him. I tell Ikui and Ryoji I'm going to lunch alone in case they look for me. Nibbling on my sandwich, I keep a distance behind Blaze. Picking off lunch, I've never seen him eat. It must be hard with those bandages around his mouth. Eventually break out from the crowds in the hallways, and I notice that we are getting closer to the elite class. Did he come here for the peace and quiet, or for something else? Suddenly he walks faster and takes a sharp turn. Hoping not to lose him, I quickly run to catch up, but the hallway is empty. I don't know what this game is, I'm sorry. Could he have gone into one of those classrooms? I walk down the hallway, looking through the windows of each classroom as I pass. Suddenly, a door slides open and someone grabs my arm, pulling me aside. My attacker twists me around, shoving me against a wall. Blaze frowns at me for a second before releasing my arm. Taking a step back to close the door and lean against it, blocking my escape. So you were following me. Blaze glares at me, waiting for an explanation. What should I do? Last time I think I gave him my sandwich. come up with an excuse. I don't know. Hi Zeph, how is your stream going? Tell him he shouldn't go this way. I saw you were mining, yeah, how is it? I saw you heading this way and wanted to warn you that we're not supposed to hang around the elite classrooms. Already knew that. His light blue eyes are filled with suspicions as he watches me. I'm not sure if he actually believes me, but there is no other reasonable excuse I can come up with. He's really cautious, so I have to be careful with how I speak to him. Caught me so easily today. I have to do better next time. Anyway, let's head back. Blaze straightens, but rests his hand on the door instead of opening it. I give him a confused look. One more thing. Stay away from me. You're annoying. Did I do something to upset you? If you explain it to me, I would make things clearer. I want you to leave me alone. Is that clear enough? Boy stares at me, as if expecting a reply. When I say silent, he pulls his arm back and leaves without another word. I should be more careful about my cover. I might annoy him to the point that he might do something to throw off my investigation. I am still convinced that he is up to something. While I continue to observe him during class, I notice he keeps staring at the guy in front of his seat. I notice Blake clenching his fist, which makes me nervous, even without words. I have a rough guess what he may be up to. If Chase was here, I would have asked him about it. It seems like the type that will share. After class, I continue to discuss with Karato. I tell him who the next target might be. If they really are related to the incidents, would they show their faces in school of all places? Well, Roy was guilty of the crimes, and they still showed his face around school. He even confessed to us that he killed someone in school. The thought of them being here just to kill someone is terrifying. I did some checking at work, but I can't find anything about them. They aren't special investigators, and they don't have any records, so they must be the new in the village. What's your next move? Our next move? I'll ask Shane to keep an eye on the target. If we're lucky, we'll be able to catch them in the act, or at least eliminate them as suspects. Can we really pull it off? You're underestimating me on so many levels, Viviana. It's not like that. I'm concerned about your safety. What if the twins are really dangerous? It will be 2 against 1. Kurato reaches out to me and pats my shoulder. He beams to make me feel at ease. I smile weakly to him, but he grants my trust. Past 9 p.m., Kurato receives a phone call from Shane, reporting that his target is moving to the school. He asks Kurato for backup, so we both have it out. Seriously, why would anyone go to school this late? I heard there is a night class, though. I don't know the details. You think the school would cancel that since it's dangerous around this time? Maybe. Say, Kurato, if Shane turned out to be a demon, would you kill him? I seriously doubt he's secretly a demon, but no, I wouldn't kill him. Despite what he claims, I still consider him a friend. So, if you were friends with all supernatural beings, wouldn't need to kill them. It's not as simple, because you're making it complicated. Kurato rubs the back of his head and smiles softly. He is pretending to agree with me, but I know he still has his doubts. When we arrive, the front doors are unlocked. It seems someone is already here. Entering the dark building, we look for Shen and the target. Even though Kurato mentioned the night class, there is no sign of other students. There are no lights turned on, only the moonlight illuminating the dark hallway. Our footsteps echo through the space as we wander around. Why don't you call Shane? He told me not to, said it might disturb him or alert the target. Do you really think Blaze will show up? We are waiting for Blaze taking the bait. With two investigators and the student as witness, it should be enough as evidence. Maybe, just try to be patient. He gives a comforting smile and pats my shoulder. My eyes adjust to the darkness, and I start to see the environment more clearly. Accidentally, Kurato stops walking and grabs my hand. He presses his index finger against his lips and gestures me to stay still. Strange sounds, a mixture of footsteps and something metallic being dragged across the floor, echo from the wall in front of us, growing closer. Kurato and I rush into the nearest classroom, huddling together behind the door, peered through the opening. A tall, blond guy wearing a black and white shirt passes by. Something strange sticks out from his posterior, sweeping the floor as he walks. A tail? He holds a long scythe in his right hand, with the blade dragging on the ground. There is something familiar about him. I cannot tell what. After he disappears down the hallway, Kurato and I come out from our hiding spot. We give each other confused looks as we wonder who it was. That's it. I think that was a Shinigami, or maybe just a really good cosplayer? I mean, a dead god? Why would one of those be wandering around our school? Probably to take someone's life? Think about it. Did we lure the wrong person? Never mind, Blaze. This is a golden opportunity to take a Shinigami's head. A devilish smile appears on his face as he rubs his chin. I know he's eager to take out supernatural creatures, but I do not think this is a good idea. Forget about the Shinigami, we need to find Shane. But... He looks over his shoulder, hesitating. I put my hands on his cheeks and force him to look at me. We're here to give back up, not to chase after another guy. Come on, let's go. It'll be quick. Just wait here for a minute. What? Do you know a quick way to kill a dead god? You don't stand a chance alone. Kurato pulls my hand away from his face, smiling innocently. This is very concerned, but I'll be fine, trust me. Jenny is dealing with the target right now, so I'm going to do a bit of crowd control. This is only after that guy anyway, so you'll be fine by yourself. You can call for me if something happens. Kurato lowers my hand and smiles innocently. Before I can say anything, he winks at me and runs off. Seriously, that good-for-nothing words, why can't he listen to me for once? He said it will be fine by myself, but still. I'm more worried about Kurato. How can he be so sure that he'll win against the Shinigami? I'm really curious what he is going to do with that Shinigami. I should follow him. With these thoughts in mind, I run after him into the dark hallways. I realize Kurato is surprisingly fast. His footsteps are already starting to fade into the distance. I cannot keep up with him anymore. A short while later, I cannot find him. The building is huge, and it could take hours to find him since we are both moving from our positions. Never mind, I should look for Shane. I keep walking through the classrooms for signs of other people. This place is the same school I attended, but the scenery at night is so different from what I'm used to. Even after 15 minutes, I still have not found anyone. I can only hear my own footsteps, almost as if I'm the only person around. I'm not someone who gets easily scared, but this is making me uneasy. Feels like I could be jumped at any time. If there are night classes, shouldn't someone be around? It's so creepy being here alone. I've checked everything on the first floor, but Shane is not here. Maybe he went upstairs? Halfway up to the stairs, I hear a voice. It sounds like someone is sobbing. Quickly make my way up, but my legs freeze before I reach the last step. The sound is coming from a strange figure hunched over in the far corner of the landing, with her back onto me. She scribbles on the walls next to it. A large message that make me even more terrified. Look below, it's coming for you. I glance behind me, only to freeze in horror as I take in a headless body creeping up the stairs. The ghastly extremities are pale and bruised, with chunks of broken bone jutting out from their severed neck. Blood drains from my face. Not another ghost, I need to escape. I glance back at the person and notice that the message disappeared. I pinch myself on my arm to wake myself, but it does not work. This is not a dream. I'm concerned between the sound of nails crashing the floor behind me and the whisperings of strange things in front of me. What did that say? I need to decide quickly. Which way should I go? Oh my god! I was trying to save. Oh my god, I can't skip that. I decide to go back down. I should be able to avoid the crawling hands. When I turn to go downstairs, the hands are gone. The sobbing has stopped too, and turn back to the landing, and the crying spectre is gone. I pull myself together and continue my search for Shane. If there is one thing I'm scared of, it is ghosts. They are not harmful, but they put a certain strain on someone's mind. They have never bothered me until now. Once I turn off this hallway, I see someone approaching me from a distance. Judging from the dark clothing, I thought it was Shane, but then I hear the sound of metallic dragging over the floor. When the person moves into the light of the window, I realize it is the Shinigami from before. Black smoke rises from each step he takes. As he gets closer, he raises his seat and menacingly drags the tip along the wall. Wow, this was quick. His sinister appearance in combination with the sharp sounds frightens me. I quickly turn around and sprint in the opposite direction. I glance behind me to see if he is after me, but before long, his figure is engulfed by the shadows in the hallway. I guess he isn't after me then, but I still don't know what he's doing here. Karate ditched me to chase after the Shinigami down, so maybe he's not too far behind. I'll wait here for him. I get into the classroom, out of the Shinigami's sight. It is better not to move around at all. Perhaps Shen will cross this area at some point. Suddenly I hear the door of the classroom sliding open. I manage to hide under a table in time. With my back facing the door, I can only hear them enter. I hope the darkness is enough to hide me. I hear the person walking carefully around, as if they are searching for something. My heartbeat starts to pound faster as the footsteps get closer. They stop right behind me, and I hold my breath, praying they do not find me. I wait nervously for the person to move again, but the room remains dead silent. I am wondering if they have left when the table is thrown away from me, clattering loudly against some nearby chairs before crashing against the ground, leaving me exposed. Suddenly, I feel someone touching my shoulder. Scared, I scramble away from them. I have my eyes closed in panic, but a familiar voice whispers to me. Ivana, it's Blaze. I see a shadow moving in front of me, reaching out his hand. I take his hand and he pulls me up onto my feet. What are you doing here? Leaving you? What? Let's get out of here. He turns around and gestures for me to come along. His presence makes me puzzle even more confusing. Why did they come for me and not the guy he is after? How did he know I was here? You still expect me to believe that you came to the school in the middle of the night just to rescue me? Blaze? He continues to walk in silence. It is like he does not even hear my question. In defense, I stop and stay in place. He looks over his shoulder and raises an eyebrow. Why should I even go with you? Before, you told me I'd be in trouble. Before, you told me I'd be in trouble if I got involved with you. Now you're acting like the good guy by saving me? You can think what you want, but seriously, come with me. You're such a handful. I'm just taking you to the exit. He walks over to me. His dark expression is not reassuring at all. I want to get away from him, but Blaze grabs my hand and forcefully pulls me along. What? Hey! I start to complain, but he does not let me go. It feels like I'm being kidnapped rather than saved. Many thoughts cross my head, but one thing is for sure, I cannot trust him. While struggling in his grip, my nails snag on his arm. Layers of bandage become loose. He slows down his pace and glances at me. What are you doing? I don't know why, but you seem like you really want to stay. Blaze sighs and drops my hand. Well, do as you please. He fixes the bandage around his arm and looks annoyed. I take this chance to escape before he changes his mind. I run in the opposite direction of where we were heading to. In the next hallway, someone is standing under the light. It is the Shinigami from before. I want to hide, but the Shinigami has noticed me already. Solid, this is the kid you wanted to delete. We meet again, Diviana. Do I know you? Hey, your home is the other way. You really plan on staying, don't you? Chills run down my spine when I hear Blaze's voice behind me. Now I am cornered between two scary and suspicious people. Oh, you're here too. Awesome, what a coincidence running into you, Blaze. Saves me the trouble of searching the whole night. I wouldn't be here if you had actually tracking skills, Kaishi. That name... Yeah, we meet at the library, foiled a mugging, you fell on top of me, any of that ringing a bell? I guess I'm a little taller right now than you're used to, huh? Oh, and did I mention I am a Shinigami? Like, his whole personality is so different! It's funny! The other one is like... what are you doing at school? I've been tracking a zombie for the past few days, and I thought they were in this building. Zombies? What is going on here? Walking corpses that imitate the living. Blaze, you can't be... Kashi glances over the place with a suspicious look. Blaze, you can't be... that? You got the wrong idea. Then he's a serial killer? No zombie slayer? I don't know if humans have a name for my species. I'm the guardian of Hell's Gate. I'm here because Kaishi can't seem to handle this problem on his own. This is my duty, and I don't need your help. You can return to the city with your brother Blaze. I don't like being here either, but thanks to you, this village is on the verge of destruction. Oh, so it's my fault? Guys, we all want the same thing. Can't we work together? No! No! They both glare in my direction, fiercely against the idea. I do not understand why they dislike each other so much, despite the fact that they have the same job. Supernatural creatures are behind the reason. Go back to hell! I can do it alone. Sorry. This is so funny. You clearly can't. Just look at how many people have lost their lives in the past few weeks. At least I wasn't inconspicuous. The fuse will eliminate you if you keep forgetting to erase your tracks. She was suspicious of you even before you revealed yourself. Kashi nods in my direction, confirming who he's referring to. Then Blaze pulls the bandage off his right hand, revealing dark and shiny skin underneath. His fingers contort and slowly grow into a black claw. Kashi raises his seat. The metal shines in the moonlight, thirsty for blood. Still standing between them, I spread my arms to block their way. Stop it! You can't fight here at school! Don't worry, the damage will be gone by morning, though we can avoid this altogether if Blaze retreats. Huh? Retreat? Like hell! This is so fun with this too. Panic rises within me as they dash forward. It looks like nothing can stop them. As I step back to be less of a target, something flashes through the wall. An arm suddenly wraps around my waist, picking me up. I get carried away as the two otherworldly creatures watch me with confused expressions. It takes a moment for me to realize it is Kratel picked me up. Oh, what? Questions later. When I get a bit of a distance between us and those two, he puts me down. He gasps for air, a little out of breath. Before I can ask questions again, he explains the situation. What? How did you... You forget that I have skills. It was easy to pinpoint your location once I realized you're gone. Please stop scaring me like this. It's not good for my heart. Shane already dealt with the target he was following. Apparently, it was just a zombie. There was only one, so that's taken care of. But now we've got a bigger problem. About that, did you know that our classmate Kaishi is a Shinigami? I figured it out when I went after him, but he takes a deep breath and stares at the ground, clearly uncomfortable. I wait for an answer, but he avoids my glance. After a moment, I somehow force the words out by poking him. Then give me a short version. It's a long story, and we really need to focus on getting out of here. Tell me the short version or whatever. Please, just leave it for now. I grab his tie, yanking him down to my level to give him a heated glare. He's definitely hiding something. There's no way I'm letting him hold out on me. Krato's expression turns sorrowful. He places his hand on mine and whispers in a low voice. I did something bad. Which is... if we somehow make it out alive tonight, tell you everything. I promise, okay? And maybe this is too soon, but my grip on his side loosens. My head is filled with confusement and curiosity. I wait for Kurato to say something, but he keeps his mouth shut. No, never mind, let's go. Dropping the subject, he takes my hand and we both run the hallway. I squeeze his hand to comfort him. Either Blaze and Kaishi are too slow, or they are not following us. Kurato looks around carefully and confirms the area is empty before speaking. Look, these guys are creatures of the night. Whether we stay here and somehow survive until morning, or we get home as soon as possible. I'd rather get out of here. I don't think I can keep running for so long. It isn't like we are safe outside, but staying here increases the chances of getting cornered. Good, I was thinking the same. Anyway, it is highly likely that they will split up and look for us. If you can, distract whoever you bump into, so I don't have to deal with both of them at once. I think you'll be fine since they're not after you. We're going to play a bit gamble, and I really need you. You make it sound like we're putting our life on the line. Don't worry, I'm the target here. He pats my shoulder and gives a confident smile. An easiness fills my chest. How can he be so relaxed at a time like this? I can't be the only one getting nervous. Tell me, will anyone get hurt or die? If they haven't killed each other already? Perhaps. Try to find an exit. I'll do the same in a different direction. Go after Kaishi or Blaze. If Shane has not left already, stick with him and share this plan. If the situation gets worse, escape. Please, be safe. He gives me a tight hug before we part ways. I watch him until he turns the corner. I should move on too. My thoughts play scenarios of who I might bump into. Let's go Blaze. Although Blaze can be slightly prickly, he doesn't seem like a bad guy. I'd rather bump into him instead of Kaishi. I walk further down the hallways and carefully listen to my surroundings. Goosebumps rise on my skin when I suddenly hear footsteps coming from my direction. They are slow, which makes it all more eerie. I stop in my tracks, waiting for them to show up. It is Blaze. It is so dark that I only recognize when he's close. I'm lucky I found one of them so quickly. Getting too much into my role, I approach him with a cheerful smile. Hey Blaze, it's so nice to see you. Are you looking for someone? Let me help you. Is something wrong? You're looking at me funny. A month ago, you ran away from me. Your current act is creepy. Whatever, I'm busy, so don't get in my way. He quickly strides past me. I have to distract him somehow before he catches up to Kurato. Wait, where are you going? None of your business. You're not saving me this time? You should stay here. It's your fault if something happens to you. His words are thrown at me like a bucket filled with ice-cold water. Nonetheless, I keep trying to get his attention. As he continues to walk, I go after him. What happened between you and Kaishi? We call it a truce. There's something more important than going after that idiot. So, I hear you're the guardian of Hell's Gate. Who would have thought you'd be walking around the human school? I can't believe it either. Grumble sounds from his mouth as he speeds up his pace. I have to put more effort to keep up with him. How can I pin him in one spot? think we did that. We confessed to him last time. If words don't work, then it's time for action. After taking a deep breath, I run in at him on full speed, ready to jump at him, since his back is facing me. We should not see this. He should not see this coming. When I am an arm's length away from him, he quickly steps aside from before I touch him. Just in time, I regain my balance and stumble a little forward. Ugh. Look at him confused. It is as if he waited until the last moment to dodge. He knew what I was wanted to do. What are you trying to do? Catch up with you? Bliss clearly does not buy my excuse, but before he can reply, we hear someone calling my name. I see Kurato approaching us. He immediately stands between us, pulling me behind him. What were you telling her? About you? Nothing, because you should tell her yourself. Huh? Tell me what? Everyone has things they don't want others to know, right, Kurato? Like what you want to talk? Figuring out your real identity was a piece of cake. Going undercover as students couldn't be any more conspicuous. Hi Scarps, how are you? I couldn't have lured you out otherwise. You came for the same reason as the others, huh? I don't understand what you mean. I'm doing good too. Wait a minute. Blaze pulls at the bandage on his other arm. In his other hand, tearing them off, he raises two black claws as he narrows his eyes at Kurato. I know he must be really serious because he's using two weapons instead of one. Wait. Stepping forward, I try to say something, but Kurato stretches his arm to block my way. Let's leave this for another time. It's unnecessary to fight before innocent eyes. Kurato is right. Violence won't solve problems. Yeah, violence won't solve problems, said the person that kicks an entire gang over a school event. Blaze sighs, giving a bored look if he heard the same line 1,000 times. Please, I don't want to dirty my hands any more than I have to. But I doubt this guy is willing to give me without a fight. Kurato, why he's so angry at you anyway? To be honest, it's nothing personal against this guy. It's actually a long story. The moment he gets distracted, Blaze dashes forward, swinging his arms at us wildly. Kurato reacts in time and shoves me aside. He raises his hands to block the attack, and the magic circle appears in front of him, a split second before Blaze's weapon slumps against it. The circle works like a shield as Blaze cannot pierce through it. Black smoke surrounds Blaze's claws as he charges again and again. I can see Kurato trembling as he struggles to keep up the shield and conjure up smaller circles to blast at Blaze whenever he gets the chance. Most of the time, however, he only manages to dodge. Kurato seems at a disadvantage, as he can barely keep up the speed of attacks. I didn't know he could use magic spells. Is he a kind of wizard or sorcerer? I'm sorry, I just have to do something. Wait, what? Wait, is this a game? I think it is. This is a farming game, isn't it? God. I can feel the intensity of their battle raising the hairs over my skin. I feel like I would be blown away if I were to try to interfere. As seconds pass by, I notice Kurato getting pushed back. The shield disappears and he drops to his knees, panting. He looks really tired, while Blaze sits unfazed. He glances at me for a moment, and I see his lips moving. I can barely make it out, but he's properly saying something like, "Run away." I glance around, trying to think of something I can do. I run to the nearest classroom and grab the chair closest to the door. Returning to the hallway, I raise the chair over my head, swinging it to Blaze from behind. In an instant, he instantly turns and strikes, shattering the chair into pieces that drop onto the ground. Are you kidding me? That has metal legs. I'm sorry, I just need. Blaze's eyes widen in surprise. He seems to calm down for a moment, but suddenly heads for me. He reaches out to grab me, but holds back since his hands are sharp claws. His actions contradict the murderous intent in his eyes. Kurato, run! Kurato is laying on the floor, almost knocked out. He looks too exhausted to even react. You don't understand a thing. People like you only dig their own graves. Who are you trying to protect? Someone who has been deceiving you all this time? Don't you think that would be a hero just by saving someone's life regardless of what they are? But you haven't thought for a second about what is going on here? Such a simple-minded person and easily swayed by emotions. You refrain from telling me anything. Of course, I can only judge from the situation itself. Kurato hasn't been deceiving me. He has never lied. You're the one who doesn't understand him, Blaze. Despite my confidence, my body is shaking. Blaze clicks his tongue in annoyance. When he looks back at me, his expression has changed. Fine, I'll tell you. No, let me show you instead. It has been a while since I used this power of mine. Don't blame me if you can't handle it. What are you going to do? Took a few steps back out of caution. Judging from the look on Kurato's face, he has no idea either. Blaze raises his hand and unwraps the bandages around his mouth. So many bandages. Before removing the last strip, he bows down his head. I tilt my head curiously while staring at him. The next moment, he lifts his chin. I see his face. Everything looks normal until the moment he opens his mouth. It renders me speechless. My eyes are drawn in, and I'm unable to comprehend the situation. I want to say something, but words are stuck in my throat. I never usually indulge humans, but since you're so eager to know, let me take you to the past you want to know so much. Hi Waker, how are you? Hey, stop staring at me like for too long, or I'm so focused on Bliss' appearance that I did not hear what he said. The metal pieces on the floor start to tremble. Before I know it, everything goes black. Please, the scene is dark before me. I do not know where I am. I remember something was about to happen, but I forgot what. I'm in such a mess. Someone's past was supposed to play before me, but whose? Slowly my memories are fading away. The more I think, the more I forget. What happened to me? Please, don't give me this ending again. No! I should have gone home earlier. My shoes are getting soaked. Everything is so boring these days. Is this because I took away? Everything is so boring these days that I keep losing track of time. Staying at home does not help, so I often go out. The library is one of my favorite places to visit because it has so much for me to discover. Even then, there is a limit to what I can do there. I wish something interesting would happen in this village every once in a while. Anything that could kill my boredom. I hope you feel you're overwhelming and good. Yeah, as you said, you're happy, so yeah. Also, my reaction is because like we had this ending before. This start is like all it started over again. No. Do I need to do the good choices? Oh my god, what? I wanted the normal ending. Why did I go to the first ending I had gotten? Some, not nothing compared to Ciruam Nevermore, because these are my serious and creepy side, but more dark nights, eyes, Kuratu, good. No, not good. Normal ending. So I have to pick some good endings. I have to pick good endings, and I did not do that. Yeah, it was a bad ending. Like, there is two bad endings for each character, a normal ending and a romantic ending. They give you like a little like bell ringing whenever you do a good choice. But I'm not sure if for the normal ending I need to switch between them. That was why I went to check, and seems like I need to do some. I need to do some good choices too. I'm only used to the good and bad ending. Or you do good choices and bad choices and you die, or you only do bad choices, or you only do good choices and then you get a good ending. So I need to investigate the noise. Okay. So, living room and then investigate the noise. Okay. I'm gonna skip this time because I should have gotten the good ending, the normal ending now. Okay. My answer is still no. Oh, I didn't heard this before. My answer is still no. Now let me go, please. Okay. This is one of metal guys. The weird person who broke into my room. Yes, I should investigate him. Should get a good ending. I should get a normal ending. Why? Wait, what did it said? Okay. Living room, investigate tonight. Guest room, living room. The first thing that comes to my mind is the guest room. I go upstairs and knock before I open the door. He isn't here. Where should I look next? It was the living room. I'm not looking at the bathroom. And I already looked at the kitchen before. Even though I was there before, to make sure I'm going to check again. I noticed the table where I left food this morning is empty. Where could Kurato have gone this late? Are you looking for something? As soon as I hear a voice, I turn around. Kurato is standing in the doorway, frowns at me. It seems he had not gone anywhere. I just did not notice him. How long have you been standing there? I didn't think you were home. Just for a moment. Don't worry, I wasn't spying on you. I looked everywhere and couldn't find you. Kurato chuckles lightly. You should look harder next time. I roll my eyes and go to the kitchen. Even though it is late, I still want to cook something. Hey, are you hungry? I'm going to cook something for both of us. If it isn't too much trouble. Say, Kurato, tell me something about yourself. What you want to know? Anything. I want to know more than just your name or and occupation. Since we're living together, shouldn't we know a little bit more bits about each other? Well, my hair color is walnut brown and my eyes are turquoise. My favorite color is gray and my shoe size is... I can see most of that for myself. Why would I need your shoe size anyway? Do you still attend school? I assume you're close to my age. Oh really? I'm turning 20 soon. You look about 13 to me. I gave him an innocent smile, then hit him in the chest for being so rude. I'm older than I look, okay? Don't treat me like a child. Ow, I got it, little girl. I mean, ma'am. Well, regarding school, I usually skip class. If you're smart like me, you don't need lessons. I chuckle. I doubt he's being serious, so I leave it at that. You're from this village, right? Why did you move out if you're going to be working here anyway? It hasn't been very long since I moved out. I have yet to get used to it. I was adopted at a young age, see? My guardians are nice, but I didn't really feel a connection with them. May I ask what happened to your parents? We're separated over 10 years ago. I don't know where they are now or how they're doing. Sounds like you got lost or kidnapped. That's not exactly the way I'd put it, but something like that. Anyways, since then, I've aimed to become an investigator. I want to save people and bring criminals to justice. It's been quiet in the village for a while, so I've only recently started working. So I'd rather be jobless if it keeps all this from happening. Kurato clenches his fists, and his expression looks serious. The struggle must have been traumatic. Let me show you something. Oh, this is new. Kurato takes out a photo from his pocket. The colors are washed away, but the photos are still displayed clearly. This couple looks so young. These are my parents. This photo was my pendants and my pendants are all I have left of them. Do you have siblings? Nope. Then who's the bald head in this photo? That's me. Oh my. Oh man, that haircut. What a cute little dork. I just want to pinch his cheeks. The mature and handsome man standing behind him must be his father. Kurato sort of resembles him now. However, Kurato has the same smile as his mother. Kurato must have gotten along with his parents. They linked hands to give off a strong bond. I can't get over your hairstyle. How old were you? You've changed so much since then. Hey, don't laugh. That was 6 or 7. I was like 6 or 7. It was common style back then. It's a cute family picture. I glanced at Kurato and stopped smiling, feeling self-conscious. Sorry, Don't worry about it. I'm not sad that they're they aren't physically with me right now, I will always carry their memories with me. His warm words are touching. I remember me and remind me of my own parents. I didn't expect him to have such a dark past. Alright, I've talked about myself long enough. Now it's your turn. Well, I'm an only child, just like you. My parents are famous scientists. Years ago, they had a breakthrough in their career and decided to travel around the world. They decided to leave me at home to avoid interrupting my school life. They're not here often, but they do visit occasionally. They took good care of me when I was younger. I only have good memories with them. It's not like I miss them a lot. I understand why they're not here, but I wish we could spend time like we used to before. It must be hard being all by yourself, little girl. Hey, I told you not to call me that. Karato backs away, recalling my earlier reaction. I grin in amusement when I managed to land a hit on him. Okay. Now investigate the noise. I've already done this by mistake before. Offer my help. I have also done all this before. I want that normal ending. Should have gotten it. That was... What is the shooting part? The missing boy looks just like Rato did when he was little, but the story is way too old to be about him. It is him! I was waiting for that. Okay, so here it was this track Roya, which I also have done previously. Okay. So now we talk with her. Okay, place maybe? Place, maybe?
Oh, that is surprising.
Let's talk. Okay. Let's save that. No, oh well. Lot of good choices. Come up with an excuse. Calling you? I'm just visiting a friend's classroom is on this floor. You're reading too much into this. His silent place is unreadable. I have no idea if he actually believes me. Blaze walks towards me and raises his hand. I step back, thinking he is going to hit me, but he just places a hand on my shoulder. Huh? Hey! I try to smack his hand away, but he pulls back. I do not think he believes me, but he seems willing to let it slide. Oh! I was just staring at the countdown. I was like, wait a minute. I decided to go up and continue to the second floor. The ghost, or whatever it is, did warn me about the other one. I stare at the person as I get closer. I dash past the sobbing spectre, averting my gaze. I was not expecting that face. I was literally not expecting that face. Once they are out of my sight, I make it to a safe spot. I grab my chest. That was one of the most nerve-wracking decisions I have ever made. Yeah, it was, especially because I was just staring. Because this is like I have like a little thriller horror to it, the mysterious. So yeah. But I was not expecting it to turn and have that face. I was literally thinking like it would be like a face of like a girl crying, not that face. Especially because like on the previous options, they would just fade away, just disappear before like anything happened. That was one of the most nerve-wracking decisions I have ever made. I pull myself together and continue my search for Shane. If there is one thing I'm scared of, it is ghosts. They are not harmful, but they put a certain strain on someone's mind. They have never bothered me until now. Oh wait, I can... Then we go to... When I get this normal ending, we are going back to read the text as I was doing before. So now is I hope it's place. And go... By confusing him. That was also something I did before that we end up somehow confessing to him. I see Kurat approaching us, immediately stands between us, pulling me behind him. What were you telling her? About you? Nothing, because you should tell her yourself. Kuratu, where is Kaishi? Huh? From his silence, I can't get the gist of what happened. While Kuratu is distracted, Blaze unwraps the bandage from his other hand, revealing his dark claw-like weapons. Hey, what's going on? Go ahead, run to the exit. Huh? Do what he says, you'll only get in the way. You guys aren't going to fight, are you? Diviana? As soon as Kuratu notices Blaze is about to attack, he shows me his side. Without hesitation, Blaze charges forward, his claws aimed at Kuratu. Kuratu barely managed to dodge. When he steps back, a thin red line appears on his cheek. Neither of us see the next attack coming. I feel something cold slide across my arm, and I notice my sleeve is stained dark red. Diviana! Kuratu looks at me in shock. He tries to turn and to run to me, but gets blocked by Lace. You should be more worried about yourself. How could you do that to her? I told her she'll only get in the way. She accepted the risks when she didn't listen. Of course, I'm fine, don't worry about me. I clamp a hand over the wound and try to stop the bleeding. It stings, but it does not seem like it went in too deep. Even though I try to reassure Kuratu, judging from his expression, he's still worried. Blaze continues to launch deadly blows to Kuratu. Look out! I gasp when Kuratu grasps the sharp weapon in one hand. Looking closer, I see a small shining magic circle, shining over his hand like a shield. You're finally getting serious, huh? I'm not going to let you have your way. I look in Kurato's eyes, changes as he pushes Blaze back. I slowly stand up and try to keep a distance from the battle. A fierce battle is started. Kurato darts across the wall, casting magic spells, one after the other, but Blaze keeps trying to close the distance, striking with his claws. They look equally matched, so I do not know who is the one winning on the winning side. I raise my voice, but nobody listens. They are fighting as if their life are depending on it. I don't understand. Why must you two fight? As I stand here, I feel the need to do something. I'm not going to watch until one of them gets injured. I need to help Kurato. I run to the nearest classroom and grab a broom. It's different from the chair. Returning to the hallway, I raise a broom over my head, swinging it at Blaze from behind. In this split moment of distraction, Kurato takes the chance to counterattack behind him. Why is he fading? A lot of circles surrounding Blaze, each trying to absorb him. Parts of his body start to blur. He gets pulled apart in different directions, and within seconds a circle disappears together within him. I stare at him, at the empty space where he stood a moment ago. The silence after his disappearance makes me feel like everything was a dream. I wave a arm over the spot, wondering if he became invisible or something. Oh, what have you done to him? Just teleported him somewhere. He won't be back for a while, I hope. You don't even know where? Not really. This spell takes too much stamina. Rata sinks on one knee and catches his breath. He looks really tired from the fight. When I approach him to lend a hand, I notice his clothes are torn and bloody in several places. He must have a lot of wounds. Krato, we need to treat you immediately. How is the wound on your arm? Wait, that moon appeared out of nowhere. That moon wasn't there. It's nothing comparing to yours. I'll find some first aid supplies and call an ambulance. Give me your arm and let me see. Krato, please. Without listening to my words, he takes my arm and rolls up my sleeve. He takes the glove of his right hand and places his palm over my wound. Wait, don't... My words get cut off when there's a cold sensation in my arm. I stare at him with a surprised look. How did you do that? Did you have this ability the whole time? I had some practice. After being cursed, many of my abilities manifested. Well, does it feel better? Yeah, thank you. Alright, let's go home. Don't you need to heal yourself too? Sadly I can't use it on myself. I'll be fine soon. Thanks for worrying about me. Sully stands up with my help, and together we walk towards the exit. There are so many things I want to ask, but I do not know where to start. Well, that was an eventful night. How about we forget it ever happened? You won't escape from this. Didn't you promise back there? Of course, I'm sorry. He looks away with a painful expression, though. I cannot tell if it's from his wants or something else. His background seems more complicated the more I try to understand about it. He seems so guarded about it, too. I shouldn't push him. He has to decide on his own whether to tell me or not. I trust you more than anyone, but on the other hand, I'm scared. The more I'm attached to something, the more it hurts when I lose it. Are you having such silly thoughts? It just occurred to me. I don't understand myself either. Honestly, there are many things I want to forget, but I can't keep running forever. This is not the first time I'm so indecisive. Arthur turns to me. His eyes seem to speak in many words. Even he leans closer to me and proceeds to touch my hand. I feel my throbbing in my chest. Never mind. Rattles back and chuckles lightly. Something irks inside me, and I clench my fist. I grab Kurata's arms and lean towards him. He flinches for my sudden movement and steps back. I continue pushing against him until he gets himself cornered against a wall. Oh! Hello! I stand on my toes and lift my chin. Drawing closer to his face, Kurata's eyes widen in shock when our lips touch. Wait, this isn't supposed to be the romance ending. We should get friend-zoned. Eventually, he closes his eyes and accepts my feelings. In the end, we coupled on him. We push him against the wall and kiss him. I love it. Once I release him, he still looks flustered. Do you still have doubt? He shakes his head heavily and avoids my gaze flustered. My heart is racing, but I act calm. I have no words to say as my actions were enough. Kurata rubs the back of his neck. He tries to break the silence by continuing our previous topic. Before, I only wanted you to see the good part of me. I wanted to show you my best. Not that it really worked, huh? I kept my distance because I was afraid of what you'd think of me. But in the end, I ended up making you more suspicious of me, didn't I? Duh, you won't explain anything when I asked what you were up to. You're way too secretive. What is the worst that could happen if you told me? It feels like you will abandon me. As if that's possible when your duty is to stay beside me. I just have so many fears. Oh my god, guy, I feel you. I'll wait. I promise not to judge you. Kurata stays silent, thinking about it. It started to rain while we were heading home. The water soaks through my clothes, so I'm not bothered by the cold. Kurata's injuries. They shouldn't get wet, right? I try to speed up the pace to get home faster, but he's walking like it does not even matter to him. Suddenly he stops and covers his mouth. His body wrinkled with cough. He looks pained. He sways a bit and I quickly loop my arm around him to support him. At the same time, I take my handkerchief from my pocket. Hang in there. I'll bring you to the hospital or let me call... No, don't. I'm reaching my limit. Don't let anyone find out. What? Kurata removes the handkerchief from his mouth. It is bright colored. Immediately, I reach for my phone to dial the emergency number. Hello? Please, someone. The beep suddenly stops. I am relieved for a second, but realize nobody picks up. I check my phone and notice the battery is dead. What timing? With a pale face, Kurata sags against me like he's about to collapse. The situation suddenly turns more dire. Wait a minute! The dream we were having about him being like, with the bloody hand being like, this is going to be our little secret. Is he dying? When we had that dream, we were like, please tell me he's not a killer. He's actually dying! Let me hold you. The hospital isn't far from here. He stays unusually quiet. Anxiety fills my chest the longer he does not budge. Looking at him like this makes tears well up in my eyes. I do not want this to get worse. Please, Kurata, Don't give up already. In reply, he lifts his head and takes my hand. Somehow he managed to force a smile on his face. Don't cry anymore. Bring your cute smile again. It will heal my wounds. Hey, this is no time for being cheesy. How can I smile while they're hurt like this? His smile fades as he gently strokes my head and closes his eyes. I slip out of my arms and collapse on the ground. His body starts to glow, and as it disappears, a little bunny is left in his place. Kurato! I crouch down and pick up the small body to check on him. I let Ozor leave aside when I rest a hand on his ribs and can feel his heartbeat. Oh, thank goodness. But there's no way I can take him to the hospital like this, and the vet probably can't help either. I guess I'll take him home for now. Something warm streams down my cheeks. It's so different from the cold rain. I hold Kurato close to my chest and run toward home. I've been watching over Kurato since he passed out. Is he going to transform back when he wakes up? What if he's stuck in like this forever? I get a blanket and make myself comfortable as I watch my transformed friend. Yeah, friend! Friend, Kuroko, you just kissed him. My eyelids feel heavy. I wake up with my body half hanging over the chair. I must have passed out in the guest room. Oh, Kurato is still asleep. I gently touch his tiny body. It feels warm. I have classroom soon, but I don't feel comfortable leaving him alone. His bunny form is small enough to fit in my bag. Won't be a problem to take him with me, right? I just hope he doesn't transform back at an awkward time. On my way to school, I encounter Ikuya. We greet each other casually, and I notice she's in a quiet, happy mood.
Viviana, have you prepared your dress?
My what?
For the school ball, of course. Have you forgotten about it?
Oh, right.
Why do you look so nervous? Don't tell me you still haven't found a date.
No, that's not it. I asked someone.
Who is it?
Well, you see him there.
Oh, you sure are being mysterious about it. I'm looking forward to see what kind of person they are.
I show her an instant smile, hiding any form of clue. Later at school, Yaji joins our chat.
Hey Yaji, have you found a date for this weekend?
Are you serious still going on about that?
Wait, so you don't have one? But I thought you two might be...
Ikuya glances between Leoji and me, pouting. The two of us give her confused looks.
I was trying to figure out who your date is. I had a gut feeling it was Leoji. After all, you two have been spending a lot of time together recently.
What? No. Leoji and I look away from each other awkwardly. Okuya's pout turns into a Cheshire grin.
So Leoji, you still haven't answered my question.
Why are you so flustered? I haven't asked anyone. I haven't accepted any invitations yet either.
I mean, Mr. Class President was popular.
Hey, I've been busy. There's not much point in asking someone if I don't get all the preparations done in time.
You can't make them wait. Soon, all your options will be gone.
Leoji rubs the back of his neck and lets out a deep sigh. Fine, I'll get back to them. That's my boy. Oh my god, I thought it was Ikuya. As we continue to chit-chat, I feel someone staring at me from behind. It is I turn my head and find crimson eyes glaring at me. Why is Jace looking at me like that? His fingers are tapping on the table, impatient. It seems he wants to with me, but he's waiting for the right moment. Classes are over after a few hours. As I packed up my books, Jace comes over to me. Hey, what's up? He pauses for a moment. Eyes pinned on me. Come with me. Without waiting for an answer, he already starts walking. Krat is still in my bag. I hope this will be fast. Hurriedly, I follow Chase. Hey, where are we going? Just to a quick place. Can't we just talk here? Once we go into another hallway, it turns to me. His behavior is making me flustered. Where is my brother? Huh? Aren't you supposed to know? He disappeared last night. Didn't you notice he was absent today? I don't know where he is. We met up with you last night. He met up with you last night, didn't he? How did you know? Isn't it suspicious when girls like you hang out around school at midnight? Huh? Are you going to spread it around? If you don't spill the truth, I might. I have no clue how he disappeared. As your brother, he should have left you a message at least. He said something about picking a person from school. I assume he was referring to you. I guess he doesn't know about what happened last night. Pointing fingers at Karato won't do any good. I need to think of something else. Jay tilts his head, waiting for an answer. You know what about the recent murders, right? Yeah. I know about the zombies and the fact that you guys are hunting them down. Maybe he got taken down by them. Are you kidding me? There's no way he was taken down by zombies. Is there any chance he went after something else? Something else? What do you mean? I'm just thinking that maybe something else might have caused the death. Oh, to tell. Just narrows his eyes. Almost as if he sees through my half-truth. It feels like he's pressuring me to confess. Ideas race through my mind, but I'm not sure about which best to use. I'm saved from having to respond by a voice calling my name. I turned around the sound to see someone unexpected walking toward us. Karato? Hey, what are you two talking about? We'll continue this later. Jess glances at me once more before leaving. Save it in the nick of time. Once Jess is out of sight, I run up to Karato and check on him. When did you... Are you alright? Those injuries from last night? These boys are perfect for Nomi. I had a feeling you were in trouble. You owe me one. Karato shows a faint smile, but it is not long before his composure breaks. He brings his hand before his mouth and starts coughing. To support him, he leans against a wall. I gently pat his back and wrap an arm around his shoulder. A moment ago, he just put out a tough act. Karato lets out a deep breath and gives a reassuring smile before speaking again. Just suspects you for Blaze's disappearance, right? Yeah, but I don't even know what happened. You could have just blamed me for it. You didn't really kill Blaze, did you? No, I just... How to put this? He's not dead, just gone for a while. Can't give you the details later, but I need to... Falling silence. His eyes drop, and so does the entire body. Before I can do anything, he turns back into his bunny form in a flash of bright light. Wait, keep it together. I touch his tiny body and conclude that he's passed out. My goodness, you had me scared there. Pick up the little bunny and stuff it inside my jacket. Viviana, what are you doing there kneeling down? I freeze up, startled. Out of all possibilities, it is Mr. Blanchett. I do not dare to face him. Pets are prohibited at school, and if he finds out, there is no telling what he will do. I lost my hairpin. Wait, no. He'll want to help me search. But I found it. Ah, I see. Be careful next time. I don't go wandering by yourself. Hearing so many things going on in the news, I worry about you guys. I'm doing well, but thank you, Mr. Blanchett. I have some important things to do. Please excuse me. Why, Mr. He didn't care enough about us because he literally threw us into a forest that you said that the tourists were missing, and out of nowhere he's like, no, I care about you, huh? I'm doing well, but thank you, Mr. Blanchard. I have some important things to do. Please excuse me. Propping Kuro, huh? Since when is Kuro? Propping Kurato against my chest. I pulled the lining of my jacket close to cover the bump as I quickly dashed past him. I returned to my classroom and grabbed my bag before going home. Occasionally, I pull my jacket open to check on Kurato. He seems to be in a peaceful sleep. Silly bunny, always worrying me. Don't think you're getting off easy just because you're asleep. You still have a lot to explain. As I walk down the street, I notice a familiar person walking in my direction. It is Shane. I greet him casually while holding my bag up to cover Kurato. His eyes look at me suspiciously, and I cannot help but recoil. Before I could walk past him, he calls out to me. Diana? I'm looking for Kurato. I went to your place earlier, but he wasn't there. Is he some kind of stalker? So? Do you need him for something? Yes. Oh, well, I can't leave a message if you'd like. No, otherwise I would have done so. Crosses his arms, eyes narrowed at me. While wary of his attention, I feel method that he still thinks I'm untrustworthy. Suddenly, I feel something tickling against my chest, calling out. What the? Kratos, stop moving! Shane's gaze moves down to my chest, his brows raised in surprise. What are you looking at? Anyway, I haven't seen Kurato, and I don't know where he is. Have a good day. I try to keep my composure. As I walk away, my arms embrace the bulge tightly, afraid to drop the little creature. I can't. I'm still thinking about the situation. As I reach home, I take Kurato out from my jacket. He quickly jumps out of my arms, and I give him an annoyed look. Can you not move so much? What would you do if he figured it out? Shane might kill you once he discovers. The little bunny averts his eyes and drops his face. Hey, I'm talking to you. He keeps ignoring me and hops away to the living room. Sighing deeply, I go after him. Is he losing his mind? Just like Merida's mom on Brave from Disney? Like still losing her humanity and everything? What was that all about? There are parts of him I might never understand. Kurato is now sitting on the couch, but he turned back into his normal self. When our eyes met, he buries his face into his palms. You have no idea how I felt. I mean, when I was that close, I could feel your... Hi Rosie, how are you? Great time to arrive. He's blushing. Oh my god. Thank you. Wait, that was not what I wanted to do. Oh, I forgot our... Okay. To be fair, I think he was going to say, do you feel how I felt? That close I could hear your heartbeat. I think he was going to say that. And then we just suckled him down because we're like, give us answers. Damn! His face is blushing. He is blushing. I tackled him down on the floor. Ow, ouch! I wasn't going to say anything weird. He gazes up at me while a blush crosses his face. I look down with narrow eyes. Forget what happened. Sure. What about this? I become self-conscious when he grins at me. I have been sitting on top of him for a while now. I quickly crawl off and fix my skirt. When he chuckles, I strike a glare. I saw nothing. I take a seat on the couch and cross my arms. Anyway, thanks for taking care of me last night. I feel a lot better now. I know what you're about to ask. Story time, right? Yep, you promised last night. Last time. Was time last time or last night? Last night, okay. He takes in a deep breath, as if to still himself before turning to me. As you already know, that bunny form of mine is a curse, because I'm losing control of it. There's also a chance that might stay like that permanently. I could guess that part. It is not really my style, huh? Let me start with how I end up in this village. He stutters frequently in the beginning, clearly not used to sharing his background. Despite that, I listen quietly as he reveals more about himself. The bits and pieces finally come together. Thank you, Siribot. It's so weird like this. I hummed a bright tone on my way home to school. I was restless despite the cheerful melody I was making. Hopefully, I won't encounter them today. Oh, who am I kidding? There's no escape since we're in the same class. Water. While my mind was distracted, someone patted me on my shoulder. Wait, is that us? A girl with pigtails popped up from behind, then wrapped her arms around my waist in an attempt to lift me up, without warning. She started swinging me around. I don't think that's us. We don't have the pigtails. Yeah, it isn't us. Razumi, stop. They're so cute and tiny. That is harassing. That is harassing. This is Kurato when he was 6-7 years old. But you're so cute and tiny. I'm going to faint. Don't be so dramatic. I'm just teasing you. She stopped and put me down, judging from the devilish smile on her face. She had not regret at all. I shook my head and tried to fix my clothes. Razumi was one of my closest friends. She was a few years older than me, but somehow we got along. To be fair, he was really proud of this hairstyle. Are you looking forward to the school festival? Nah, I don't feel like participating this year. Why not? Don't give me that face, it will be fun. I'd rather study for the upcoming exams. Haha, lies. Can't imagine enjoying sitting there studying all day long. Razumi pouted, but did not push further. I made it clear that I was not going to participate. We walked together quietly until we reached the hallways. You can find me in the canteen during lunch break. I'm heading off to class. See you later. She waved before skipping happily away. After she disappeared from sight, someone breathed into my ear.
Is
that Roya? They did say that they know each other since they were young, and the blonde hair. Is that Roya? I turned my head to see a boy with grey blonde hair standing right beside me. In shock, I stumbled a few steps away from him. It is Roya! Why does he look so fancy compared to the guy that's the murderer that we know? He looks so fancy here, and the murderer feels like yo. I don't know. Roya, what the heck are you doing? Treating my body like usual? Anyway, do you have it with you? Seeing the glint in his eyes, I looked away and tried to walk past him, but he quickly grabbed my arm. Wait, we're not done. Do you want me to tell the teachers you cheated? Roya took a piece of paper out of his pocket and waved it in front of me. That's my... The teacher will definitely recognize my handwriting. I don't know what will happen to me if he finds out. I felt my chest growing tired and attempted to snatch the piece of paper away. Roya dodged and pushed me away. He could take me on easily. I took out a bag of candies from my bag and handed it to him. Roya grabbed it from me and, with a satisfied smirk, he wordlessly turned away from me and went into the classroom. Oh. When are you going to give that paper back to me? The boy did not reply nor look back. Hanging my head, I bit my lip and stood in place while everyone else around me went inside the classroom. I was not looking forward to see my other classmates. For some reason, it felt like they did not like me. They always stared at me every time I was around. After making sure Roya had gone to his seat, I set foot into the room. Heavy weights fell upon my shoulders when I heard the teacher's voice. Ah, Kurato, you're late. Huh? I just stood outside for a minute. No excuses, late is late. Please, stay a little longer after class ends. Oh, okay. Letting everyone's gaze, I walked straight to my seat. Once I sat down, I felt somewhat safe again. Suddenly, someone threw paper props at my table. I looked around and noticed the amused face on Roya. It did not surprise me. Annoyed, I grabbed the piece and tossed it back. Missed. He stifled a laugh, clearly mocking me. I could not help but tear a piece from my notebook and crumple it into a ball, throw it, and another miss. At my third attempt, the teacher caught me and called the attention of the whole class. Embarrassment took over me. I don't deserve to be punished. Even though the teacher was talking to me, I did not focus on what he said. Let this be over. Let this be over. I merely nodded at whatever he said to me. Soon later, he continued the lecture. Having a sigh, I slumped against my desk, already feeling tired. Deciding shortens your lifespan, you know? Is that Kaishi? My head turned to the boy sitting beside me. No, it's Tenchi, but he looks like Kaishi. No, it isn't. It's Tenchi's. They say it. Tenchi's mischievous green eyes were looking at me, his mouth forcing a crooked smile. Plus, I'm not mistaken, Kaishi was older, so he couldn't be in the same class as Kurato. That was dumb. Keep your jokes to yourself today. I've already gotten into enough trouble. What troubles? I'm sure this teacher has something against me. Doesn't he always treat his students harshly? The student wouldn't be me. I'm not an honor student like you, Tenchi. You must have done something wrong then. You're responsible for your own reputation. By not helping, you know that. Haha, sorry, buddy. Let me treat you to lunch. My gloomy expression quickly cleared up. During lunch... Wait! Is this a guy that disappeared with Kaishi? Because of Royo when they went... No, wait, I'm mistaken. No. Is this a guy that disappeared with Kurato when they went missing on the forest? And it was Royo's fault, but everyone only blamed Kurato? During lunch break, Tenchi headed out. I'm going to get melon bread for you. Wait here. He quickly dashed off to the canteen. Just then I saw Roy approaching me from the corner of my eye. Pretending to be busy, my attention wandered off to the window. Suddenly a hand grabbed my shoulder and chills ran down my spine. Hey, why are you sitting all alone? Can you stop bothering me? Let me keep you company, Roy casually grabbed a chair and put it next to mine, and sat down. I was not in the mood to talk with him, but he forcibly seized my hand before I could stand. Hey, you forgot to give me something. Ah, just kidding. Didn't think I was serious, did you? Who's that boy? Junoro! You... Okay! So there might be a family of murders. There might be a family of murders. That explains a lot why I felt uneasy with Junoro. Another boy approached us and stood before Roy. It was his little brother, Junoro. Despite being siblings, I did not often see them together, because Roy said it was his own house, and Jun seemed to know about the mansion we were asking him about. And Roy said we like to have them organized and categorized by alphabetical order and separate the male and female. And Roy also had mentioned before his younger brother, but we didn't know who it was. Junoro's golden eyes flitted between the two of us, and he pursued his lips. Roro, come here. I'm not a frog. Quit calling me that. Come here. What? Without further warning, Junoro grabbed Roy's arm and pulled him away from me. When they were further away, I could hear them arguing. Could not help but eavesdrop. When will you stop picking on Kurato? I don't know what you're talking about. It is obvious. Roy rolled his eyes and put his hands in his pockets. I found out that his parents are working with ours. And you know how mom and dad are barely at home because of work. So you bully their son because they take time from our parents? I have my reasons. You're just making your reputation worse. If you keep going like this, I will stop you myself. Okay, maybe it's not a family of murders. But still, how would Junoro not know that his brother was a murderer? I don't care. This is not even your business. I quietly listened to as the brothers continued to argue. I wanted to join the discussion, but I did not know what to say. As I was thinking, suddenly something got pushed into my mouth. It had a soft texture with a crispy bottom. Yeah, I was thinking about making June the last route to play, so it will take a long time. Sorry that it took a while. Everything was sold out, and they only had pizza breads left. I won't mind. The flavors that burst into my mouth was almost enough to make me forget about earlier. My favorite treat never disappoints me. I'm glad Tenchi is here. No one else in this class cares about me. Hey, what was that about with Roya? Oh, you saw it? Somehow it looks like you guys started to get along recently. No, you got the wrong idea. We're not even close to be friends. It's better if you two get along. He seems like a fun person, and is pretty popular around the girls here too. Maybe he can teach you a trick or two. Thanks for rubbing me in. Just kidding. I like your style better. Tenchi showed a bright smile and playful pat at my shoulder. After class ended, I realized that I had forgotten about Razumi. Weirdly, I packed my bag and headed to her classroom. I found her waiting outside the classroom. Hey Kuratu, what's with that gloomy face? Sorry that I didn't come during lunch break. Something distracted me. It's all okay. But I have some important things to do later. So do you mind if I go ahead? Yep, I'll be fine by myself. Have a nice weekend. She waved happily and dashed down the halls. Once she disappeared from sight, I was drawn into my thoughts again. So much homework to do. This will take a while. What is that image? Oh, the beauty! Oh my god, this is so cute! But what is this image? Let's start with history, the most fun subject. This chapter 4 legends of this village. This sounds really interesting. Oh, I should take notes. I searched through my backpack, but could not find my notebooks. I must have left them at school. Tomorrow is the weekend, so it won't be open. If I hurry to school now, I can still make it. I left a note on the table just in case my parents returned before I did, then quickly headed to school. By the time I reached school, the sky grew dark. The building was still open. My notes weren't at my desk. Maybe I should take a look at the lockers. It felt like I was the only one in this building. A short while later, I found what I was looking for. Whenever I forgot my stuff, it would be either at my desk or my locker. I think the bunny is a reference to actually the Kurato's cursing. Because Kurata is a curse where he turns to bunny, I think it's related to that though. Suddenly, I heard voices coming from a classroom. Out of curiosity, I went to take a look. That's not so nice of you, Mr. Yonomi. I know it was you. I have no idea what you're talking about. It's been a short while, but shall I refresh your mind? One blackmail letter each week. You really are persistent, aren't you? But no matter how badly you want our family out of this village, it's not going to happen. I can hear a bunch of papers rustling, as if someone was waving them. You have no proof, Raya. You're just randomly pointing fingers. Don't be so sure, Mr. Yonomi. I found a similar message in a notebook on your desk. It matched perfectly. The notebook isn't mine. Really? But doesn't that pen in your chest pocket have the same purple ink? Oh, and there's your handwriting too. So, what if I did? Nobody believes you anyway. Is that so? Don't underestimate my connections. You'll be discovered soon. My family won't go easy on you. You're getting ahead of yourself, Roy. I'll make sure you won't be able to talk. What are you talking about? It went silent. Curious about what was going on, I peeked around the corner. I froze up once I see the teacher with his hand around Roy's neck. What? Is he trying to kill him? In panic, I look around the hallway, hoping another teacher would pass by. Suddenly, I hear a loud grunt. Wait, what? I would not. I told you not to underestimate me. You. What? Goodbye, Mr. Yonomi. Despite the bad feeling I had, I picked at them again. The teacher was on the ground, surrounded by a pool of blood. Roy stood over him with stained hands. My eyes stared at the body, shocked and horrified. The scene looked like a bloody nightmare. What happened when I looked away? Judging from the scene, it looked like Roy killed the teacher. A sudden voice snapped me back to reality. Roy was looking in my direction with a cold smile. Hey, did you just see the whole thing? No. My legs finally managed to move, as if released by chains, and I quickly ran to the exit. I knew something was fishy about Roy, but this is insane. Did he really kill our teacher? How did he even do it? I'm not going to school for a while. Yeah, ketchup, right. The weekend passed quickly. I spent the whole time thinking about what I should do about Roya. In the end, I still did not have the guts to go to school. Honey, aren't you late for class? I don't feel good today, Mom. Is it okay if I stay home? Oh my, what's wrong? Is it something bad? I'll call a doctor. No, just some rest will do. Thanks for caring. Okay, let me know if you need something. I'm glad she didn't ask the question further. When my parents left, I heard someone ringing the doorbell. My body got tense instantly, and my thoughts went to this incident on Friday night. Hi Kobe, how are you? Thank you for the carrot. Thank you for that pet. I looked through the windows and noticed my buddy, Tenchi, waiting at the door. Phew, but it was Roy for a moment there. Hey, what's up? We don't have class today, so I came to bug you. Oh, really? The teacher suddenly passed away, and they couldn't find a replacement yet. Oh, I see. Hey, are you feeling okay? I don't feel too good. I wasn't planning to go to school. I rubbed the back of my head and looked away, feeling bad for lying. Well, since you're already here, do you want to do homework together? Sure, luckily I brought my books with me. Spend the rest of these days studying and chatting. You are talking about the cream for the cake? You could have used butter, sugar, and milk. That way you didn't need the eggs. And if the problem was like the buttercream being a little bit nauseous, if you add like not food coloring, if you add aroma like bonita or something, that would make it. Oh, for pasta. From what I remember that Italians do, they don't use cream. They use eggs, the water pasta, like a little bit of the water pasta, and grated cheese. When Tenshi brought up the topic of Mr. Yonomi, the teacher who passed away, I could only nod stiffly as he rambled on about his grades. Hey, are you really okay? Maybe I should call. I'm fine, it's just that my friend was staring back at me in concern. I know who killed Mr. Yonomi. From there, I decided to tell him about Roya, his bullying, and what I saw that day. Yeah, I don't know what to do if I were in your situation either. Why not tell the teacher? What if they don't believe me? What if Roya tells them I cheated on the last test? Which would you believe more? You just need proof to convince authorities. We should collect evidence against him. Can you help me? Not sure if I can be of use, but of course. I stayed home for the next few days until I finally had the confidence to face Roya. Coincidentally, the day I returned to school was also the day the new teacher arrived. Hello, students. I'll be your homeroom teacher for the next semester. I hope we get along. It was dead silent in the classroom. A gloomy atmosphere hung around. The previous teacher was quite liked by the students. It would take a while to get used to the new one. During class, I could not pay proper attention because someone, undoubtedly Roya, was staring holes into my back. Hey Tenchi, Roya is staring at me. I can tell since we're in front. I'm scared to turn around. Okay, I'll do it. Hey, don't turn around. What? I'm just gonna check if he's looking. Don't, he'll kill you. What's he gonna do? We're in class. I can kill you later. Is he looking? Nope. Really? I turn around and stare right into Roya's glare. Then she hides his laughter behind his textbook. What if he's thinking of how to kill me? Don't worry, I'm here to protect you. And I'll call everyone I know. I was enchanted by his words and the confidence gaze on his eyes. Even though my fears were hardly coiled, Tenshi's gestures put me at ease. Wait, I'm starting to think, what if this is the guy that got... What if this is a student that got murdered and they only found one part of his body? And he's still looking at for his legs. By the way, take this lucky charm. A rabbit? This is a lucky stone called Venturine. Keep it with you, and maybe your worries disappear like melting snow. Are you sure I can take this? Yeah, consider it a gift. Thank you so much. I'll definitely treasure it. The rest of this day went smoothly, and Roya did not bother me at all. I got the feeling the charm did its job. Or is Tenchi the one that cursed that cursed Kurato? The school's festival was a few days later. and Razumi somehow managed to coax me into participating. Besides, with the charm that Tenchi gave me, I could do anything. I fumbled through my pocket, but soon realized that it was empty. Did I forget to take it to school with me? No, I'm sure I checked it after I left home. Maybe I put it somewhere else? I searched through my desk and locker, but it came up empty too. If it wasn't at those two places, it meant I dropped it, or someone took it. Hey Kurato, what's wrong? Everyone is already outside preparing for the festival. I lost my lucky charm, it's really important. A friend gave it to me, but now I can't find it anywhere. Calm down, when was your last memory of it? I still had it when I arrived at school. Then it must still be on school grounds. Drums can't grow legs and walk after all. Come on, forest race is about to start. We can look for it later. Razumi patted my head and smiled at me. Even though I was still uneasy, I had to play along. I went to my locker to grab my PE uniform, but I could not find that either. My PE uniform was supposed to be stored there, but was gone. Was bad luck striking now that I lost the charm? Or was someone messing with me? I have no choice but to go with my current outfit. Razumi and everyone else is already outside. We gather at the forest for the so-called forest race. As the name said, participants had to aim to be the fastest. Perimeters were set up so that the forest was structured like a maze, with multiple entry points, but only one exit. Students would pair up at different starting points, and the pair that found the exit first will win the race. To make things more fun, there were also printed arrows stuck on the trees, pointing in different directions to try to mislead students. Kurato, the forest race is about to start. This is your number. Your partner is the same number. 9? Who else has this number? I look around at my classmates. To my horror, someone I did not expect started approaching me. Hey buddy, you are 9 too? Such a coincidence to be paired up with in this race. Out of all possibilities, it has to be Roya. Yeah. Stick with me, okay? If we walk off too far, we'll be automatically disqualified. I know, you don't have to tell me. Roya looked around, as if making sure nobody was near me. His serious eyes made the situation more tense. Hey, about the other night. I bet you saw everything, so why haven't you told anyone? You couldn't get away with it if you tried, but still. You had enough reason to tell on me. Alright, I know. You're scared of me, aren't you? It's all written on your it's all written over your face, haha. I'm not. Little Kurato, you can keep quiet for me, right? You know you will. I know you will. I'm going to tell everyone you killed our teacher. It's better of that. You should be thanking me. He didn't like you, remember? No, but I had no response to his taunts. Tears welled up in my eyes, but I refused to let him get the better of me. I shouldn't show any sign of fear, or he would take advantage of it. During the whole race, I was walking behind Roya. I was not focused at all and let him choose the routes. After a short while, we managed to find the exit, but ended up in 7th place. A week passed by. I still cannot find the charm I lost. I had a feeling someone stole it, but I could not point fingers. Then she tried cheering me up, but by buying my favorite treats, but I still felt guilty. I returned to class after the lunch break. Once I entered the room, I noticed something strange. Something drawn on the chalkboard caught my attention. It was different than the usual doodle on it. Upon inspecting closer, my chest grew heavy. Then she walked up to me and placed his hand on my shoulder. What is this? Don't tell me this drawing is supposed to be you. I guess so. Then she turned back to the classroom, glaring at the other students. Everyone was as surprised as we were. Many shook their head as a sign of innocence. My friend grabbed the cleaner and wiped everything off the chalkboard. After that, took a piece of chalk and drew something new. Right, Davis? Yeah, happy stuff. Then she brushed the dust off his hands and nodded. My mind wandered off to the incident of a moment ago. Such things happened before, but I had never caught the perpetrator or retaliated. Then she had always supported me, but it could not do anything either. Informing the teacher had not changed a thing. Just thinking about the situation lowered my mood. I had a feeling who could pull off such a prank, but I still had doubts because it could have been anyone. If someone was there to do something to me, they probably would have accepted it. I hear voices behind me. Hey, Yudai, are you coming to play soccer or after school? Sorry, I have to help my dad. Don't waste your time on him. Come on, let's go. Next time, I promise. My dad just needs me for today. Whatever. Hey, show us some of your dad's tricks. We'll definitely use them in biology class. And bring your tools to school sometime. Can do that. I'm not even sure if Dad will allow me. To me, it looks like they're picking on Yudai. It doesn't even realize that. That's obviously oblivious boy. During biology class the following day, the teacher brought in some anatomy sculptures. Some of my classmates were disappointed because they expected to dissecate something. I noticed Yudai had an extra bag with him. It was slightly unzipped to reveal something shiny inside. He really did bring his tools to school. Once the teacher was gone, many gathered around him, curious about the oddities. I took a peek as well. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yudai is really looking a lot like the ghost. So this is a cleaver. Wow, it's huge. How sharp is it? Show me. I will need something to cut it with. Immediately someone went away to get something. Here's some paper. Yudai looked doubtful, but took it and tested out the cleaver. The blade cut through the piece like butter. I could barely believe it. My classmates brought more items for Yudai to shop. Everything had a clean slice. Just looking at them going on brought me shivers. Something can definitely go wrong here. Can I hold it? It's better if you don't. Just for a second. Well, what are you students doing? As the teacher approached the group, Yudai hid his stuff, while others rushed back to their seats. I was just showing some stuff from my father's workplace. I see. May I have a look? No. Yudai shoved his bag aside. The teacher did not question him further. The class continued as usual. I caught my classmates exchanging notes while the teacher was not watching. I asked Tenchi about it, but he knew nothing of it. They're probably playing a game together. Obviously, I'm not invited. I rested my arms on the table and gazed at the chalkboard until class ended. The next day, Yudai arrived late at school. He looked unusually tired. Yo, have you been playing games all night? No. I forgot to take Dad's tools home with me and he found out. I need to bring them back before he gets mad at me again. You shouldn't have brought them in the first place. Huh? I put the bag next to my desk. Where is it? Yudai began to walk around the class. His expression turned pale when the bag was nowhere to be found. Some classmates tried to help him search while others, like me, pretended it was none of their business. The day passed by, and Yudai's bag was still missing. No one had seen it since yesterday. More things are getting stolen, huh? Suddenly, Roya tapped my shoulder, a bright grin on his face. Hey, Kurato, come here for a moment. Followed Roya to the lockers. He hid something behind his back and looked around suspiciously. He checked to make sure our surroundings were clear before pulling out a bag and showing it to me. You stole Yudai stuff, things? Don't call it stealing. I just borrowed them for a bit. I'm going to tell Yudai. If you want this, you should come to school tonight at 9 p.m. Huh? Why are you telling me that? It's more fun this way. I reached out to Roya and tried grabbing the bag. Unfortunately, he saw it coming and slammed me against the lockers. I repeat, meet me at school tonight to get this. If you want, go ahead and tell Yudai. As Roya walked away, I rushed back to the classroom to find Yudai. Luckily, he was still there. I wanted to inform the teacher too, but it seemed he had already gone home. Roya has it. That's great. Where is he now? He was in the hallways, but I'm not sure if he went home already. I'll come in with you tonight. That night, Yudai and I met up before school.
Oh, no.
Roy was not outside, but the gate was unlocked, so we decided to go to our classroom. He might be waiting in the dark to scare us or something. Well, we know that Yudai is dead because we saw his ghost form. And we know that he knows Kurato. Because when Kurato bumped into him, he was like, I know, and started getting really mad. And Kurato looked like really sad when bumping into him. And the way Roya talked, I feel like Roya tricked Kurato into making Yudai go to him to kill Yudai in cold blood and making Kurato see everything, and probably also tortured Yudai. My dad was so upset I lost his tools. I promised him to get them back tonight. I don't know what he will do if I fail to. Is your dad that scary? He's usually friendly at the shop. It's my theory. I don't know for sure, but that's my theory from what I know. That's just his public face. Normally he's moody, especially towards me and Mom. Oh, he makes me help out with so many things too. I want to play more with my friends. He lets you take breaks sometimes, right? He doesn't. Yudai's facial expression looked worse compared to the morning. I gave him a pat on the back. Honestly, I did not know him well. The only impression I got from him is that he often looked tired. In class, he was neither the most or least likable. His presence hardly stood out. I did not see. It did not seem like he would get along very well. We would get along very well. So I had no interest in getting friendly with him. We were surprised to find some of our classmates in the classroom. Oh my god! The notes that were passing by was Roy inviting them all. They were sitting around the desk, whispering about something. One of them had a lit candle. What are you guys doing? Shh! You look at Scott. Have you seen Raya? No. The boys turned their back to us, continuing with what they were doing. Is that a cult? I approached them. It seemed they were playing a game. They had a bunch of notes in front of them. Took it like a scavenger hunt. Hey Kurato, help us. One of the notes says something is in your locket. Can we go and take a look? Huh? What do you need from it? No, the note just states the location. I was so confused about the rules, but did as my classmate. Oh my god. This is getting even worse if I'm understanding things correctly. Yudai tagged with us. I did not want to wait for Roy alone. How do you guys get in? I've borrowed the keys from my dad. He got a day off tomorrow, so he won't find out. Lucky. This place is so dark. I'm not sure if I can find it. Well, let me just check something. Okay. Number 3110. No, 2019. I had my locker key attached to my house keys, so I always had it with me. I expected an empty locker, but somehow there was a piece of fabric. My classmates took it out and unfolded it. I felt my face turn red. Is this your underwear? These rabbit prints surely suit you. It's not. I don't know who placed it there. Sure. You can keep that. That's one more off the list. The next location is the bathroom. I snatched the underwear from him and closed the locker door before stuffing it into my pocket. While the boys prepared to leave, Yudai nagged me about Roya. Since we had not encountered him so far, we decided to follow this group for a short while. As time passed, I became more restless. I felt flustered at the idea that I was being trusted on something I was not sure of. Hey Kurato, I'm going to look elsewhere. Maybe it would be faster to find Roya. Okay, let's meet up at our classroom after 10 minutes. I don't have a watch with me. There are clocks everywhere in school, just look at them. When I explored alone, I realized how massive the building was. Without people, the place looked more spacious. The school was only more made spookier by the excited howls of my classmates. The 10 minutes had passed. I went to the said location and I was not there. I waited for another 10 minutes, then decided to leave. It was almost midnight. Just before I reached the exit, one of my classmates ran past me in the hallway. He seemed to be in a state of panic. Oh my... I hurried after him to ask what happened. It wasn't my idea. I don't know anything. What? They're bullying you, Dai. I'm going home. Don't tell the teachers anything, or I'll give you away too. Curious, I turned back, heading in the direction it came from, judging by the voices. It was coming from my classroom. Standing in the hallway, I peeked into the room and saw Yudai surrounded by the group. Their expressions were all sour. One of them had a swollen cheek. In the faint light streaming from the windows, I saw a glint on one of the desks. You broke it, so we'll pay for it. Come on, Yudai. She said it was an accident. You don't know how expensive this cleaver is. I can be repaired just by words. And we are ending here. Oh my god, I can't speak. Well, it's late, and I want to bed. Okay, so let's see who is on. Oh, Ice is on. I haven't read Ice in a while. 21 minutes, perfectly. So here's a read message for everyone. And we are reading Icy. Thank you so much to everyone joining me today. I really appreciate it. I'll be back next week. I had to think, because I think, yeah, I will be back next week. So yeah, thank you so much for everyone joining today. I really appreciate it. In 2 weeks we are continuing this, so we are going to know more about Kratos. So yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it, and bye bye.